We're looking at learning disabilities and bring attention to what children with learning disabilities need. Various education psychologists are calling for immediate intervention due to concerns that pupils who show signs of learning disabilities such as Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder are overlooked or aren't properly addressed during the foundation or secondary phase. Now, Daniela Allan is Director of Academics at Bellavista School in Johannesburg. She joins us now to tell us more. Ma'am, good morning. Well, welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's start with explaining what a learning disability is.
Well, I think what's really important to understand about a learning difficulty is when you're looking at the child, there's two aspects that we're looking at. We're looking at their cognitive profile, which is that learning potential, and then we look at the educational side of things.
Right.
So often with a learning difficulty, you have a child with a good cognitive profile. They have that potential to learn. In the olden days, we would call it their IQ is very much intact. But then there's fallout on the educational side in various domains.
And what are some of the common ones? You know, as a parent, what do you look out for that maybe the teachers may not see? Or, you know, as a parent, did they start with you before they go to school?
Yes.
What do I look out for as a parent?
Yes. Well, I would say the most common learning difficulties we see in our environment are the attention difficulties, ADHD, ADD, and that it's quite hard to see as a parent initially because children are supposed to be active and movement seeking and all of that. But when that impacts on the learning, that's when it becomes a little bit more challenging. When the child isn't available to learn and that movement seeking behavior becomes too much, that's when we look for what more can this be.
Yeah.
Some of the very common other difficulties we see are dyslexia, dyscalculia, apraxia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia. So things more in the learning realm that are impacting on the child's development.
Can these be, and I don't want to say corrected because it doesn't seem like the right word to use, or managed, let's say managed?
Absolutely. I think paramount is to understand the child's profile, and there we often recommend a psychoeducational assessment where the child could have these assessments done in terms of finding out what the cognitive potential is, and then going into specifics of what exactly are the learning difficulties, and from that, understanding the big picture, we can then get our multidisciplinary team in place to then work on these difficulties. Not to say they are rectified completely.
Yeah.
For example, children in our environment might come with dyslexia and they might still leave with that learning barrier, but we make them more functional. We make them functional readers, for example, in that domain, and obviously this idea of accommodations in curriculum, in how exams are presented, is crucial. So accommodations and concessions is something we very much look to. And, you know, what can parents and caregivers support? How do we support these children going forward? Okay. I think, as I've said before, get them assessed. I think we only truly understand the child's full profile is through assessment, and go on that journey with your multidisciplinary team. I think it's really hard when we have pushback from parents or the relationship isn't in sync, and we really need to dance that dance as a team and see what's best for the child. So I would say embrace the journey and get that professional opinion, but I think it's important for even professionals to know that the parents are also the experts. They are the experts. They know the child, they see the child all the time, so to really work as a team would be crucial.
All right, Daniela, unfortunately we've run out of time, but thank you so much for coming in. Daniela Allan is the Director of Academics at Bellavista School in Johannesburg, and she joined us this morning to highlight some of the needs concerning children with learning disabilities.